Welcome to day 10 of the Christmas Advent Calendar podcast, and today I am joined by the lovely Steff Bolton and a friend of mine. She is the founder of Bolton Virtual Solutions, a VA and OBM agency. Working alongside two of her daughters, this family-run team helps female founders master their systems, sales and socials so they can earn a full-time income on part-time hours. She is known for her straight talking, no bullshit approach, which I love. And her mission is simple: to help time-poor business owners build calm, profitable and genuinely sustainable success and step into their role as streamlined, thriving CEOs. And I cannot wait to dive into today's podcast, where Steff is diving into her business and giving us an amazing tip to take into 2026. Welcome, Steff.
Thanks. What an introduction.
Amazing. I love it. Right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
So we are on the 10th of December.
So excited.
And I get to have Steff in the studio with me. I'm so excited we get to do this in person this year.
I know, it's so weird, but I'm so proud of you for having your own little studio.
Love you. Okay, so today we're going to be diving in, and I've got the amazing Steff, like I've just said, in the studio with me to talk about why it's really, really important to get in the room with the right people and to push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Why is this the tip and value that you want to share with people moving into 2026?
Okay, so I have been doing this myself recently. I have been pushing myself out of my comfort zone, getting into new networking groups and new rooms with brand new people. And the feeling, like, don't get me wrong, the nerves are there. Nerves are there, but that's fine. That makes me human, right?
Yeah, of course.
I just think that the feeling you get when you speak to new people and you get to talk about your business and everyone can see, like, the passion that you've got. And I was actually at a networking event last week, a brand new one, and a lady approached me and said, I can really see the passion in your eyes when you're talking about your business. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Love you too, though.
Like a total stranger, and she could see how much it means to me. So I know I've made an impact on her by the way that I talk about my business. And probably like a year ago, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do that.
I know, because if we rewind back to like even last Christmas, or even going back to like August, September 2024, there is no way you would have taken yourself off on your little trotters into a networking event on your own. You'd be like, who's coming?
Not a chance. Like, I would have had to piggyback off someone else. Like, I know we were going to go to a networking group together, weren't we? And then last minute you couldn't go, but I went to that one.
I did.
And through that, I've not got clients from it, but I've made
business friends.
Yeah, I've made friends, and I meet up with them for coffee every now and then. Yeah. And I know that if they know someone who needs a VA, that they'll send them my way. So but it's not just about that. It's having new relationships with people and just getting yourself out there. Like, I can't emphasize enough how important it is. And I think it's becoming more important as well as time goes on. I'm seeing more and more people talk about this, that getting in the room, like in person, is where the magic happens.
I obviously love in person, and it's something that from a service-based business where, you know, you're coaching, you're mentoring, you're delivering a service like you do, that it's also virtual and online.
Yeah.
And that is why it's so important to break the mold and get out once a week or once a fortnight, run events, because obviously you're doing events now, which I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
And it's so important not only for our mental health, but it can be a really lonely place, business on your own, can't it?
Oh, so definitely.
These are important.
And I kind of feel like the business that we're in, like the industry that we're in, we're a done-for-you service provider. Yeah. Coaches like yourself get to talk to people all day long. And as much as I know you love it, but you're still talking to people.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sat behind a screen for a lot of hours a day, And I might not talk to someone all day, like obviously the kids and aunt and whatever, but I might not actually talk to someone outside of the household all day. So it can be a really lonely place. And I think that's something that's pushed me to go to these events now, because obviously where I'm now full-time in the business, it means that I'm not having that outside conversation that I crave, and I love meeting new people. I just love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love going to events with, like, the only expectation I give myself is if I can make 1 or 2 contacts that I can connect with, not necessarily like sales or anything, but contacts to learn about 2 more people's businesses, what they do, how I could collaborate, how I could connect with them, what would they do for my business, or even, you know, what could they talk about? Like, I went to an event in April towards the beginning of the year, and I went up to actually support one of my coaches, and we had to do an activity in the room where you had to go and find someone and take a selfie with them. And there was a guy there who runs a huge podcast and interviews celebrities and TV personalities. And he was literally on the table in front. I was like drawn to him because he had this really cool bright coloured like baseball cap, jacket, and I was like, look, let's get a selfie. We connected. I learned about his business, and then he has been such a support with helping me set up the podcast and stuff. But then he spoke and connected me to a PR house and a PR agency that we're having conversations with. But I think to myself, like, if I'd never connected with that person, how would my business journey be?
Yeah. What would be different?
Yeah.
What would have happened? What wouldn't have happened?
Like, if you hadn't have started going to the networking events locally to you and then meeting other people and then starting up your own networking events, do you not often think, like, where would you be? What would you be doing?
I think like I'd be probably quite bored because of not enough people to talk to. Well, there's always you in my ear.
Bugging you.
Yeah. She does bug me.
She loves me though.
I do. I wouldn't have it any other way. But no, I do think it would be a lot lonelier. And I wouldn't have learned about, like, one of the people I've met in the networking group is a hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise, like, I thought hypnotherapists were like the Paul McKennas and they make people run around pretending to be chickens. I was very naive, okay?
What TV have you been watching?
I was about 7 when that was on TV, to be fair.
You've been brainwashed.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, whoa, you're a hypnotherapist, you can stay away.
Go away.
No, we clicked instantly. Like, I have hypnotherapy sessions now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have had that opportunity had I not gone to the networking. And another lady that I speak to is a personal stylist.
Yeah.
And she's just done her colour
analysis.
Yes, yeah. So she's just done her training on that. So I'm really excited to have a little chat with her and see.
Do your colours and stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to know. I think I already know. But, you know, it would be interesting to see what curveballs get thrown in, as long as it's not lilac, because I hate lilac.
Are you a blue?
No, I feel like I'm earthy colours.
You are?
Yeah.
But I think it's funny, when you get things, when you do things like that, it throws up a couple of surprises. You're like, oh, really? I never
Orange.
What?
What?
No.
Absolutely not. No, actually, I do own an orange hoodie, don't I? So that would be okay.
That's
anyway,
right,
we digress.
But we're very on brand today, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, I knew I'd be coming into like an earthy toned studio with the olive green, so I didn't want to clash too much.
You could have worn orange. I would have been absolutely fine.
The viewers might not have been too happy.
For someone that will be watching this and listening, and they are anxious about going to like these events and networking, because I know in my industry, in the construction, property, and sometimes design, it can be really male orientated, and you get this like masculine and feminine energy, and it's practically dominated by 80% of males. Which, by the way, males listening, okay, that's not a bad thing. However, a female going in, it can be very, very intimidating for the first time.
Yeah.
What tips do you have for someone that is going to push themselves out of their comfort zone? Because obviously today's tip is like, get in the room,
Yeah.
get in the right spaces, push yourself out of that comfort zone. What did you do to prepare yourself to kind of push yourself out there? Because you were feeling all the feels as well.
Oh, God, yeah. And I still do. Like when I went last week to a new one, I was like, oh my God, why am I doing this to myself? But I just did it. But I'm at the stage where I can just do it now.
Yeah.
But when I first started networking, I think the first thing I did was I found a networking group that gave off a good vibe.
Okay,
I don't want networking where everyone's suited and booted and you have like a 30-second elevator pitch slot and there's only one seat per industry and all of that kind of stuff. I want relaxed, chilled, fun networking.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did was find a group that offers that, or whatever suits you. But then I started online. So online networking, because that gets you familiar with people.
Yeah.
That when that group runs an in-person event, you can then go to that and you're kind of familiar with people. And that will really help your nerves.
Yeah.
I think. Like it did for me anyway, massively. So I think the first thing would be to find the group that you get the right vibe from.
Yeah. I love that because, like you say, it can be really daunting.
Massively.
Like really daunting.
Yeah.
And not everyone can go into a room and start conversation up. And
do you know, I can't. I really struggle with that. And I know you're surprised. I know you're surprised. But I really struggle. And even like when we go to our coaches events, like obviously I know a few people now because I've worked with her for a while. But I still get a bit nervous because I'm like, oh shit, who am I going to be sat next to?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to get on with them?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I still get that little bit of
because we don't get to sit together, do we?
No, she knows to separate us now, I think. She's got wise to it.
Like the naughty kids at the back.
Definitely. Throwing stuff.
It's like that paper through stores as a kid in the classroom where you did like shoot events.
Yeah, pea shooting.
Yeah.
Or popcorn at the back of the cinema.
You know us too well. I love that. So kind of find your tribe, research into it, find a group that kind of you would energetically gel to.
Yeah.
Try it that way first and then kind of going in. And I think certainly from COVID, networking has changed where it has become a lot more relaxed and less suited and booted. Obviously, if you're listening and you're in a corporate environment, obviously that's one thing, but we're talking about entrepreneurs and business women, businessmen potentially, that are solo and that they want something to kind of gel with other businesses and connect and look
and
for.
Also another thing that you can do to try and keep the nerves at bay, I suppose, is get recommendations from friends. So I know that I would probably be able to like think of about 5 different networking groups, maybe local, maybe online, you know, that I'd be able to refer someone to depending on what they were after. So I think that recommendations could go a long way as well.
I love that. I think it's so important for 2026. My word for 2025 was connection.
Yes.
And obviously I ran 2 large visionary events and a handful of one-to-one mentoring events where I got groups of like mentees into the room. And to be able to connect with someone and then connect with them again, it just goes so much deeper, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Like,
and
I love it.
Yeah, and I think like there's just a totally different feel, isn't there? Like being in the same room as someone, you just connect in a different way, I think.
Yeah. Feel people's energies.
Yeah.
Like you're on the same energetic frequency that you don't get. I say you don't get, but you don't get sitting behind a computer screen.
No, not to the same extent.
Not to the same extent.
Yeah.
You can still energetically feel someone's frequency, but when you're in person, you feel it.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
And you know when you're like,
when you're clicking with someone. Yeah. And that's exactly what we did. I mean, I can't believe it was like 2 years ago, which is just crazy.
We're going to have our 2-year anniversary.
We are. We're going to have
it's
dinner,
coming up.
aren't we?
It's coming up. It's coming up. I love that.
So that year when I went to our coaches event, so I was there at the daytime thing and you went to the dinner, didn't you?
Yes.
And I was umming and ahhing about the dinner. I didn't know whether I really wanted to go because
this couldn't even like maybe be possible. Well, it would have been because like
we'd have found each other one way or another. I'm sure she'd have found me.
literally stuck to her like glue.
But yeah, I was umming and ahhing, and at that point, I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I was like, no, I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, so if I hadn't have done that, we wouldn't have known each other for so long. We might not have even met until the following
summer, maybe at the summer event.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I remember when I first met Sam in 2019, and then I came back into her world through social media again in 2023 around the October time. And October, November maybe, and then she invited me. She said, look, I've got a Christmas dinner. I couldn't come to the day event. And I thought to myself, that was the first time I got myself back into a room with people after 12, maybe even 16 months, because I'd had Luca after maternity. And I was so nervous.
Yeah, but do you remember when we all sat down? Because I got there a bit late, didn't I? I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
And because like she'd started taking pictures with everyone and doing the content and stuff. And when we got there, then like we all sat down at the table, and there was a seat left at the end, and it was next to you, and you're like, "Oh, come sit here, darling."
Yeah,
like,
come sit next to me. Yeah.
And that was it. Game over.
Where do you live? I live here. Oh my God, I live 15 minutes down the road. That's it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
It was so lovely meeting you at that event and instantly clicking and connecting with someone that not only I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have a business friend that's now a business bestie, but someone that I could spend the evening with and talk and chat and feel completely at ease. And I think that's...
And you wouldn't have got that feeling had we met online.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I wanted to give this tip today, because it is totally different when you're in the room. And when I say find an online networking group, that is to ease your nerves.
Yeah.
But the magic will really happen when you get in the room in person.
And do you know what? I think from my previous event in September, earlier on in the year, I had a couple of different ladies that I coached differently, and they all sat on a table together. And then they went on to Decorex all together, like they met at an event. They went to Decorex, they all talk, they're all meeting at different events. And I think to myself, that's really lovely, because they were all nervous, anxious, and then they all met.
But you've enabled their friendship to go that one step further, haven't you?
Exactly. And this is something that you do as well. So talk to me about 2026 and what's happening in the world of Bolton Virtual Solutions.
Oh my God, what's not happening?
Oh,
I feel
it's
like,
so exciting.
like since last year, so much has happened. But okay, so while we're on the topic of getting in the room, I think the obvious thing to mention is my networking events that I run. So I do that as the London networking leader for Social Success Circle. And I run one in-person event every month, and I run a couple of online ones because in-person is exhausting when you're running them. Yeah. So I keep that to once a month for now. They're exactly what I look for in networking events. You can turn up in your hoodie and trainers. I mean, I don't care if you turn up in your dressing gown. As long as you've got some form of clothing on, I'm happy.
You will not call the police.
No,
okay. So, like, the vibe is, like, relaxed and
meet
chilled,
in a Toby Carvery bar. So it's nice and cosy. It's nice and chilled. The coffee is amazing. You can turn up earlier and get breakfast if you want to get yourself breakfast.
Nice. So you could even all like meet as a little group and do a brekkie if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I start them from 10 o'clock, which is like towards the back end of their breakfast slot. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get there early and treat yourself to a buffet fry-up, why wouldn't you?
Why not? Yeah.
But yeah, so I run those, and they're just a couple of hours, and we literally just chat.
Nice.
So we find out about each other, how everything's going in business, like what little gripes there might be. Someone in the room could maybe potentially help with that little issue that someone's got. We celebrate each other, we support each other, we connect with each other. So, you know, that's what networking is for, essentially. Yeah. And then the online ones, because obviously there's people all over the country. Like, this business has the potential to go international.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it would be nice to get people from all over the world on the online ones. I actually had someone on Threads the other day inbox me and said, "Oh, I see you run networking events. Where do you do them?" I was like, "In Bromley, but I see you're in Australia. I think that might be a bit far." And he was like, "Oh yeah."
But you can come to the online one.
Come to the online ones, yeah.
It's just going to be like 10 p.m. your
read
time
the
at
bio.
night. I love that though, that you're actually getting like traction globally, which is amazing.
Yeah, on Threads, it's so easy to do on Threads, so easy.
I love that.
And then there's also the membership. Which...
Talk to us about the membership.
So what are we on now? The 10th of December.
Yeah.
So 5 days until doors open to the founders.
I'm so excited.
So there have been 10 founder spots opened up.
Okay.
And anyone who gets one of those spots gets a month's early access. So this membership is a community space, and it's for other virtual assistants and online business managers. Because I built this because I feel like it's something that was missing for me personally.
Yeah.
And when I was doing my market research and reading up on things, seeing what else is out there actually isn't anything like it out there. So I really do feel like it's the missing piece to our puzzle in our industry, because like I said earlier, it can be a really lonely place when you're just sat behind a screen. I'm sat in the shoffice, which is a lovely place to be.
Yeah.
But it can be lonely. And it's also hard. Like, I could talk to you about things going on in my business, whether they're good, great, bit crap, like whatever.
Yeah.
And I know you get it, but you only get it to a certain extent because you don't do the work I do.
Yeah, exactly.
So you won't understand the issues that could come up with a client fully.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's something that needed to be created, because you need a safe space. You can't go and have a rant about a client in a Facebook group because it will get back to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not that you're being a total bitch about them. You just need to vent and to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
And also seek support. And I think as a VA and OBM, if you're seeking support, it can make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. So why would clients work with you? Like that kind of thing. Yeah. So there's so much going on in there. There's co-working sessions. There's a session on the last Friday of every month called Wins and Whinges.
I love that
Wins
name.
and Whinges.
Brilliant.
So we just jump on Zoom for an hour. We talk about our wins. We talk about our whinges. We decompress the month that we've just finished, and we're ready to start a new month. So
I love that.
I really like that idea. Guest expert sessions coming in. So excited for those. I've got the first 2 confirmed, and then I've got so many people lined up. Like, it's lined up for the next 2 years probably.
I love it.
And then there's also like a vetted job board. So I personally vet these job advertisements to make sure there's no £10 an hour shite on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that someone's not asking for blood. You know, they've got to be good job adverts. There's also a directory. There's also a referral scheme. Like, there's loads. There's just loads. So yeah, 5 days until doors open for that.
Exciting. And we're going to obviously put the notes of where we can find your membership as well as your networking in the show notes. So people listening can kind of pick up where they can network with you online and in person. And if we have VAs or OBMs listening, which I'm sure we will, they're going to know where they can find you to obviously do the membership.
And obviously, also, anyone who's got a VA or OBM of their own
can pass the details.
Please share it with those as well, because this is open to anyone. It's not a UK-based thing. It's a worldwide thing. It's open to everyone.
I love this.
And I'd love to be able to provide the space for other VAs and OBMs and me, because I need it as well. Like, I'm going to be utilising it as much as the next person. I've not created it from a space of I'm better than anyone else, because definitely not. Okay, I've only been in this business for coming up to 2 years, which is mental.
I know, it's crazy.
But I'm doing it from a place of I'm in the trenches with them.
Yeah.
So that's why I've created it, and that's how I've created it as well. So yeah, I'm really happy about it.
So before we obviously finish up, what would the last piece of advice that you'd like to give our lovely followers and listeners before you wish them well going into 2026?
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Drum roll, please. No, I'm joking. It's not going to be that good.
Okay, thank you for turning up.
Made me kettle whistle laugh.
Love.
No, my massive piece of advice is get in the room, because you make more of an impact in person. You're more memorable, and people will remember you for lots of different reasons. So like, it could be your dress that you're wearing, it could be a word that you've said that makes them think of you because you were the one they heard it from. Like, it could be anything. So just please get in the room. Come to my room if you're local to Bromley.
Yes.
Come to my room.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's been absolutely amazing to have our gorgeous Steff from Bolton Virtual Solutions in with us for the Christmas Advent Calendar podcast, celebrating day 10 and all of the amazing tips. So the tip is get in the room. Make sure you're in that space. Stay tuned for tomorrow, day 11, where I'm going to have another powerhouse in the seat with me. And yes, I can't wait to chat to you all soon. Take care. Bye.